Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new Transformers review, and today we are taking a look at the Transformers Kingdom Optimus Primal. Oh, what's that? And Megatron? What? Anyway, we're doing a double review today because I felt like it. So today, first we're going to look at the Optimus Primal. I'll try to put a timestamp, if I remember, where the Megatron review starts. So first we're going to start with Optimus. We're going to take a look at the box real quick. So here it is. Here's some nice artwork of Primal there. Very nice. Typical Kingdom artwork. And we have the Maximal logo up there. That looks really cool. There's stuff. Back of the box. Here we go. We're all done. I just hit my guitar. Oops. Anyway. For accessories, he just comes with these two swords, which we will remove for the rest of the review to make everything so much easier. For posability, well, first just let's get a good look at this thing. Look at this. Super nice. Not 100% animation accurate, but definitely really, really nice. Like, I'm pretty sure these blue parts here are supposed to be red on the original. They were red on the Masterpiece. But just like look at this head sculpt. That is incredible. That is really nice. And it's not too bad of a backpack at all. Everything's super nice. It cleans up super well. This crotch piece looks like Sid the Sloth, but we're going to ignore that. At least try to.
They do this every year.
I can't. We're going to look at the posability. So, standard stuff. Ball joint on the head. Look around and stuff. It's a very tight ball joint, and I like that a lot. Arms go out. Again, very tight on mine, at least. Arm goes out. Swivel up here. Bend at the elbow. Arm rotates at the shoulder. A bit of wrist rotation. That's very nice. Hands open, too. That's very cool. Waist swivel. Leg go out. Leg go back. Even with the little flap thing. Leg go back. Knee. Oops. Double knee, kind of. There's a tab there for transformation that untabs very easily. Just be very careful with that. A bit of a swivel at the top there. It's kind of a ball joint at the top there. Just be very careful. The paint up here. Is it on this side? Yep. This side. Which side? There we go. I'll point to it with the sword. Right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yep, right there. Paint's already chipped. Came like that out of the box. Same case with which one of the swords? With one of the swords, the paint was chipped. It was like that out of the box. No big deal. I've just been like seriously careful with the paint now because of it. A little bit of a swivel down here. Typical ankle pivot. And a little bit of a toe bend. Well, there's a little bit of like foot rocking back and forth kind of thing, and a little bit of a toe bend if you want to count that. It's more for transformation, but if you want to count that, go for it. Let's get into some size comparisons. This is all over the place right now. I kind of like it. Let's get into some size comparisons. And first off, we have him next to the Earthrise Optimus Prime. This is not to scale at all, but it still looks great. And here we have him next to the Studio Series 86 Grimlock. And here we have him next to the previous review, the Transformers Kingdom Galvatron. Alright, let's get into the transformation. First, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to remove the swords from the backpack, which I inexplicably put on there during the size comparisons. You can store them on the back. There's just little tiny things right there on the side. You just plug them in. You're going to want to retract the arm cannons, and if you want to pull them out again, there's a little square there. You just push up on, and they pop out. Retract the arm cannons real quick. Straighten out the arms to the best of your abilities. And then you're going to want to snap down the shoulder pads. You want to be really careful with these. They're hollow on the inside. and they feel a little fragile. I don't know why, they just do. To me, at least. Make sure everything's all straightened out and stuff. And then what you want to do is you want to kind of move the arms forward a bit. There's a butterfly joint there. Forgot to mention that in the posability. Good job. But you want to work that a little bit and use that to pull the head assembly back. Fold in the shoulder cannons. I believe you can transform him into beast mode with the shoulder cannons out. I'm just going to leave them in because we'll get to the funny stuff. Be funny monkey later. Fold this chest assembly here. Pull up on the head. Turn it all the way around. Pull the gorilla head out and swivel it around just like that. Then you want to push it forward so it's flush like this. Push down. And then close the whole assembly. You should be looking like this so far. Good? Good. You want to make sure this back piece right here, this whole butt flap thing, is untabbed. Make things easier. Fold in the feet. Just like that. Straighten out the knees. And then rotate the waist so that this piece is facing forward. And then what you want to do, you might want to move the arms out of the way. It's whatever you want to do. And then what you want to do is kind of straighten out the legs a bit. Untab that tab that I mentioned before at the knee. And then just kind of like work that the joint a little bit so that his knees end up looking like that. Okay. And do the same thing with the other leg. Again, be very careful with the paint. I don't know how strong or how weak it is. It seems to be very inconsistent. Your knee's gonna want to look like that. Take this backpack piece, untab it, straighten it out, swivel it around, and then close it down just like that. Alright, and here he is in his gorilla mode. This looks very nice. I like how Kingdom was going for the more realistic looking approach rather than the cartoon look. Posability is pretty much the same, which is weird that we're talking about posability for an alt mode. Head is on a hinge this time and can kind of move back and forth and mostly move up. Arms, same posability. Legs, same posability. Waist is the same. Really, the only different piece of posability is the head. So, and for a little added humor, you could still deploy the arm cannons if you want to. Just for a little added haha funny. And you could still hold the swords at the same hands as the robot mode. So, we can get into some alt mode size comparisons. And here we have him in alt mode, beast mode, whatever, next to Earthrise Optimus. And here he is next to the Grimlock. And here he is next to Galvatron. So, final things on the figure, just to let you know before we go. You can, like, kind of put him in, like, monkey ape stance, if you know what I'm talking about. You'll know what I'm talking about. So what you want to do is you want to lift the head up like that, turn the arms like this, fold them out like that, and you have flying gorilla. I'm kidding. Or am I? You want to just make sure the arms are just like that. And then what you want to do is you want to straighten out the knees so that they tab back in, but then also like fold them in like that. So you want to just work that joint, tab the knee back in, and then push it forward just like that. And you have him in monkey mode. I know, it's a gorilla. Gorillas are not monkeys. It doesn't have a tail. It's not a monkey. It's an ape. Catch that VeggieTales reference? No? Alright. But yeah, it's just like that. It's just monkey. Alright, we're going to move on to Megatron. Alright, now let's get into the Megatron part of the review. First, we're going to look at the box. Here we have some very nice artwork of Megatron on the side. Kingdom artwork. Very nice Predacon logo. Haha. Back of the box. Looking very cool. I like it a lot. Oh, it's a little fossil outline of a T-Rex. I didn't notice that. That's really cool. And then, oh, favorite part of the box. Open up the bottom. And we got the Beast Wars eye. Look at that. Oh, my childhood. I love it. Let's close back up the box. All good. Set. Everything's fine. Nothing's missing. Nothing's broken. Everything's good. Cool. Alright. Let's get to the figure. So here is my Megatron boy. This dude is huge. This thing is massive. I love it. For accessories, there are no accessories. It's just him. I wish he came with a blast effect. I really wish he came with a blast effect. That'd be cool. But he didn't come with anything. Disappointing, but whatever. It's no problem at all. For posability, head is on a ball joint. Just like that. Speaking of the head, very nice. I don't think my camera's going to pick it up, but very nicely sculpted. Or, not sculpted, painted on Predacon logo on his forehead. It's a very nice head sculpt, too, just like the Optimus Primal. The only thing I don't like about this Megatron is the back of the head is completely unpainted. I would have loved if they were going to go with the unpainted route, if they would have at least done some, light piping or something like that. That'd be really, really nice. But, posability, arms go out. This arm kind of, butterflies a bit. I don't know why. This arm can go out that far. There's a swivel here, so you can, bend it or turn around, have it out like that. You can have it out like that, and you can swivel a little bit. Oh, it's interesting. And then the mouth can open about that far, and then there's a little port for a blast effect in there, which it should have come with. Hasbro, Takara. I already paid $80 for this thing. It came with a blast effect. And then the arm on the side, pretty much the same thing. There's a swivel. It bends this far. There's a little bit of wrist articulation. For some reason, the wrist goes up like that. That's bizarre, but whatever. And then it's pretty much the same. Leg go that far. Knee bend. There's a bit of a swivel right here. Up and down at the leg. And a very, weird ankle tilt. It only tilts about that far. But, it's a soft plastic. So, if you have it like that, but, there's some weight on it, it'll stay. But as soon as you take it off, it, kind of goes back into shape. It's weird. Move the arms out. Stub it. There's a waist swivel, which is always nice. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't miss anything. Alright. Let's get into some keeping that in. Let's get into some size comparisons for this guy. And here we have him next to the Siege Megatron, and you can see this little piece back there. Hint for next review. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. I guess. I don't know. And here we have him next to the Studio Series Grimlock. Now, I chose Grimlock for this one for two reasons. One, that's Grimlock is my favorite Transformer that I have, hands down. And second, it's going to be more relevant in Beast Mode because I just think it's funny to see them together in Dino Mode. But anyway, yeah, here he is next to Grimlock. And here we have him next to the Kingdom Galvatron, which, if you didn't notice when I compared him with the Optimus Primal, I ended up cleaning off all the scuff marks and stuff. And another side note, I love how the color combo with Galvatron, it's pretty much the same. Well, not color combo, color scheme. I love how it's the same with Galvatron and this one, if not similar. But I love how these two are very similar color combos. Okay, tangent over. Okay, back to the review. And now it's that time to get into the transformation. This transformation has a lot of steps, much like the Galvatron. What you want to start with is just turn the head around and just line it up like that best you can, just like that. The tail is a bit involved. Everything's a bit involved. We're going to go to the tail. And what you want to do is this little like claw kind of piece. You want to fold upward and just snap it in there. All right. You want to turn it around like that so that the yellow part is facing up. You want to turn this tail tip part so that the yellow part is also facing up. Okay. Then what you want to do is little tabs on the side here that kind of fold out. What you want to do is click them into the side of that. Right? Just like that. You want to do the same thing with the other one. You want to be super careful with these because these pieces are like a soft rubbery kind of thing. And as you can see, it's already starting to lift up a bit on the hinge. Completely my fault. I wasn't as careful as I should have been. But it's fine. Next, what you want to do is you want to take these little cannons on his sides, pull them out, and just kind of swing them down and tap them in. Just like that. And the same thing with the other one. Just like that. So they're down there like that. Then you want to untab the top half from the bottom half of the torso. It requires a little bit of force, but once you get it, it should be fine. Then you want to fold the head back. Take everything like this, kind of hinge it forward a bit if you have to, and turn it all like that. Then we face this mess right here. You want to fold out this little wing kind of part. Same thing with the other side. And then this front piece here is spring loaded. What you want to do is kind of hold it out best you can and then fold up this piece like that. And then you want to just bring it all together right here. You just kind of fiddle with it until it all snaps together. Straighten out the arms. This part here does tab into this, but it's a bit tricky, so we're not going to worry about that. It's kind of more of like a security thing rather than like a necessity, I guess. You don't have to do it, but it does keep everything secure. Just like that. And you should have something resembling this so far. You want to take these obvious thigh parts here and kind of just turn them around just like that. All right, and you want the same thing with the other one and have them folded out like that. We're almost done. You want to split this section here if you can. It feels like it's going to break. It does require a bit of force, but once you get it, you've got it. You want to just try to keep everything out of your way. Is the best way I can say. Is the best thing I can say you could do with this. You want to straighten it out completely, even this white part here. Just like that. And then you want to fold them down like that. You're basically forming the T-Rex legs. Right? And then there's this little white piece in here that this part right here is going to snap into. Oops. There you go. Just like that. Snapped right in. Adjust the legs as you want them to be. We're almost done. There's a little hinge back here that you want to untab from that. This little thing up here is going to snap into that hinge, and you just want to untab it. Fold this part back, and there's little tabs on top of the legs that it's going to just snap right into. All right. And then you just want to fold down the thigh pieces. And adjust everything to your liking. And you are all done. Wow, that was for sure a transformation. Now, it's a lot. It's involved. There's a lot of fiddling all over the place kind of stuff. But look at this. Tell me that this is not worth it. This is amazing. I love this T-Rex mode. I think I'm going to keep him in T-Rex mode at some point. I don't know. So let's go over the posability of the T-Rex mode. The head can go back and forth. Jaw can open. Arms are on ball joints. It's the same posability as the legs. And the tail can hinge back and forth, just like that. Again, same posability on the legs as robot mode. So, after I'm done adjusting everything, let's get into some beast mode size comparisons. And here we have him next to the Siege Megatron. And here we have him next to the Studio Series Grimlock. I had to go way back for this. They're both huge. And here we have him next to the Kingdom Galvatron. And here we have them both in beast mode. And here we have them both together in robot mode. God, they look stunning. So, Kingdom has really got me thinking. It's reignited my childhood love for Beast Wars, while also realizing how much people who aren't doing it for the right reasons can really kind of just rob you based on nostalgia. I'm not talking the figures. Figures are great. I'm talking the Netflix series. I watched Kingdom, and it was good. It was a good season. It was better than Earthrise. But the voice acting, I know people have talked this to death, so I'll be really short with this. The voice acting, in general, they did a good job. In general, they all did a good job. I'm talking about Megatron specifically. They ruined Megatron with the voice actor. They ruined it, I think. His personality was off. He turned more into like Scorponok's personality in the original Beast Wars. I think the voice actor for Megatron in Kingdom would have done so much better voicing Scorponok in that series. The Beast Wars Scorponok, I mean. Because that's more what his personality devolved into. It was more just like the obedient, kind of like puppy dog kind of character. It was very strange. Speaking of strange, what's going on with my recording software? But it's weird. He devolved into the more obedient kind of puppy dog character, kind of idolizing Megatron. G1 Megatron, I mean. And I get it, you know. The point in the series when the Beast Wars characters met their Generation 1 counterparts, or their, what's the word? Their ancestors. That was a huge moment in the series, and it was a huge moment in Kingdom, too. But it also didn't make sense how Megatron seemed to be the only one to recognize his ancestor. Like, when the Maximals met with the Autobots, they almost instantly attacked each other. And for some reason, Optimus Primal didn't recognize Optimus Prime. Probably because it wasn't Peter Cullen. But Megatron seemed to like instantly recognize G1 Megatron. It was weird. I think with what they were given, all that stuff, everything was good with Kingdom. The voice acting was a bit rough. The sounds of the voices, I mean. But the voice acting itself was really good. But in the end, you know, we got what we got. And we got a good figure out of it. I think we got a great figure out of it. Let me just reflect on the embodiment of my childhood here. I grew up with Beast Wars. I love Beast Wars. And holding these in my hand right now, it's giving me probably more joy than having either the original toys that came out when I was little, or even having the Masterpiece versions. because for those of you who don't know, I got a job recently. Looking at this, I can see I did this. I got these for me. And because of the hard work that I put in, I'm able to hold my childhood in my hands and see that for the rest of my life. I'm very happy with that. So, sentimental, gushy stuff aside, I'm very happy with the figures. I like them a lot. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on more Kingdom Beast Wars characters if I can get the space for it. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review. It was a pain in the neck to make, but I'm very happy with it. So until next time, I guess I'll see you. Goodbye.